is up, everybody? I am doing a how I transformed Echo's stall. Obviously we have moved barns in January, but we didn't get to move Echo into his actual stall until maybe last week. So I'm gonna have all of the montage, tell you all the things I did to try and make it a little bit better, and then you will see, maybe get some ideas for some nice things if you have one of these more open types of stalls in California. So let's get started.
So to get these renovations started, I decided it's going to be the best to work on the ground first, because obviously you always need foundation. So I had railroad ties already established in this pen along the back and along the right hand side of the platform, but this left side really was lacking. The ground just kind of fell apart and fell into Scarlett's stall. Obviously you can see that there was already a kind of wedge between the ground and our structure. So I went and got a 10-foot 4x6 beam that I was able to attach to the railroad tie, and this kind of gave me a nice basis to start the outline of the platform.
Hopefully you can see the joint that I put in to hold these pieces together. So now that piece I'll have to kind of put some dirt in there.
This next clip is just me doing a nice deep clean on the stall. Cashed the horse before, just had a lot of hair and put hay everywhere. And while I was waiting for our tractor to get in there, I just wanted to get some things done. Here is my barn owner, Scott, his wife, Terry, and Mike, and basically what they were helping me do is drag some of that ground from the platform out so that we are able to re-smooth. After many, many hours of that, we then moved on to making the platform a little bit better. We installed more beams on top of the already established beams, adding them with screws and plates to hold them in place. And this was going to make a very nice, even, square, rectangle kind of shape that we can fill in with dirt and rocks and get a better, flatter, more even platform. So this is the same day. It had been about 8 hours of working on this stall, so I was exhausted. Linda, one of the other ladies at our barn, and Susan and my mom are obviously all here. Some are helpful and some are just yapping. We'll let you decide. But we had quite a few handfuls of DG that we had to be bringing into the platform so that we can raise it up and have it be a nice defined platform. DG compacts down really nicely, so that was the plan. This is a few days later after all that work. I am now dragging my mats, which are very heavy, like 50 pounds each, over into Echo's stall and trying to get them lined up correctly, which never works. Just trust me, it's like the bane of all horse people's existence. So there are going to be about 6 mats, which are 4 feet by 8 feet on the back side. And then I didn't think about the space in the front. It's obviously going to be incorrect spacing for our mats that we had. So at the time, just to fill in, I pulled in 4 mats and put them crooked or horizontal, and that kind of filled in the gap, but it did put a big bump in the middle where they overlapped, so I didn't like that. And at this point, it had been raining all day and I just wanted to be done, so we dragged as much as we could, brought everything over, and called it a day.
Alright, so let's look at Echo's new place. This is where he's eating his soup. No, not yet. We don't have screws. We got our salt, we got our hay, and our water bucket. We've matted everything. It's a little gimpy because the mats are not quite the right size, but that's fine. It will do for now until we figure out a better option. We've got nice long pasture area, or not pasture, but nice big area to be under his sign, which he could definitely hit his head on if he wanted. And he's right off the arena.
This is a few days later. I am adding a wire panel to both sides of where his platform is, just to give him a bit more privacy so horses aren't putting their heads through to ask him for food when he is eating, because he does like his privacy. As you can tell, Scarlett thought that I really needed help, so she went along the entire panel with me helping.
Yeah.
After we got the wire panels up, I then went on to putting up these 6 by 7 feet. I got them off of Amazon. They are sunshades that I'm using to have a bit more of a wind break, a rain break, a sunshine break on both sides of the platform, just to kind of give the illusion of walls. Obviously, the rain and the wind are not that bad here in Southern California, so this is a bit more just because I like it. This, when we got to moving further on in the project, I decided to add a wood plate across the threshold. Reason being is I wanted to make the platform completely flat, and I was going to be putting in a bit more DG and some rocks underneath the mats in the front, but I needed something to hold that DG in.
The other one is under our tire. Alright, so we've got mats along here. We have our little shades on both sides. We raised up the ground, added some rock to help with water. I just got these new mats in. They almost fit nicely. There we go. I think she's looking pretty dang good. I added the woods as you would have seen. So let's do a nice big turn.